Another thing that we really like is just the difference in what you do for a morning date versus what you do for an evening date.
Hey guys, welcome to our channel where we give quick tips to help with everyday life. I'm Joel.
I'm Rachel.
And in this video, we're going to discuss why we find value in going on date mornings instead of date nights. We found many benefits for our date mornings and how it fits into our life. And the first thing was that we could set it as a priority for ourselves and for our marriage.
First thing in the morning.
We're fresh minds. We wake up early. We're able to put ourselves first. And just know that, there's an old saying, whenever you make your bed, you feel really accomplished in the morning and then you are successful throughout the day. So we thought if we could do that to put ourselves first in the morning, then maybe it could be of benefit and we can feel accomplished in our marriage going forward the next couple of weeks. Because let's be honest, it's crazy. There's a lot of moving parts. We have 3 kids. Life is a little hectic sometimes, and especially with the COVID going on and school starting, there's a lot of unknowns. But finding time for each other, finding time that we can share in the morning when we're fresh and we can get a good start and we can have a good cup of coffee.
Right, because I'm a morning person, and so that's just the best time for me. In the evening, by the time we get to 6 or 7 o'clock at night to go out for dinner, I'm tired, so I'd much rather get some coffee and breakfast.
Right. We also take in consideration that going to breakfast dates are less expensive than dinner dates, so that fits into our family dynamic as well. We like to have our dinner dates, but knowing that breakfast, we can have a few more breakfast dates than having one big special dinner date. It kind of makes it good, and we can focus on each other a little better.
Yeah, you can probably have 2 breakfast dates to every 1 dinner date, just because dinner's more expensive, and you might have some drinks with dinner as well. So.
Yeah. Our morning dates also sets your tone for the rest of the day. Knowing that a lot of things can come up throughout the day, we can identify a good morning that we would like to go have a date morning, and less likely for things to interrupt that day. So it works out really well. And then leading into the ability for a babysitter to come over and take care of our kiddos during that morning time, it also is less likely that she will have something going on.
Right. We find that getting a babysitter in the morning is a lot easier than getting one in the evening. And not just that, but you know how much prep you have to do in order to get a babysitter to come in, right? Like you have to leave a list, last time this baby ate, just any of the things that they need to do. So-and-so needs a cup of milk before bed, they should be in bed by this time, all the things like that. There's just a lot of work to do, I feel like, in the evening for a babysitter versus the morning time. It's more of a play time. So when our babysitters come over around 8 or 9 in the morning, they're able to go outside in the backyard and play. They can go to the park, and the kids like that, and they're fresh. They've been up for a few hours. They're in better moods. They're not being forced to go to bed by the babysitter, and so I feel like it's just easier on them. It's easier on me knowing that they don't have to do what most would consider is the toughest time of the day, just doing the whole bedtime routine. So that just makes it easier.
Agreed.
Another thing that we really like is just the difference in what you do for a morning date versus what you do for an evening date. Usually what we do for a date night would be dinner and a movie and probably some drinks with that. But versus the morning, we're able to enjoy the daytime, right? So we have a lake nearby, so we've gone kayaking before. We also have a state forest nearby, and we've gone through walks in there just with some coffee and just talk and just enjoy the quiet. Another thing we do, and actually we've done this several times, we really enjoy this part, is we go to one of our local parks, and we'll bring our journals and we'll bring our planners, and we will go and just sit there for a few hours, and we will just do our planning. We'll plan the next few weeks and months, and we'll even do our budget. We'll plan for future goals, and just really it's just uninterrupted time. We just sit by the water, sit on a bench, we're by ourselves, and we're just really taking care of business, but we're outside, so it feels good, doesn't really feel like you're doing business, and it's uninterrupted time. Because are we able to have these conversations with kids around?
No. This is a miracle right now.
Yes. But so it's just a lot easier whenever, we're away doing those sorts of things. And so it's a date, it's taking care of business, it's daytime, it all just kind of works for us. So we really enjoy that part of the morning versus the evening, where we would just kind of go do the date thing and then come home and go to sleep and not really you know, have the time and the energy to really do the planning that we do in the morning. So
That's right.
So those are just some of the reasons we really like to have a date morning versus a date evening. Just better for us, better for the kids, and really we just get a lot more out of the mornings than we do the evenings.
We really love our date nights,
Yeah.
but we can have twice as much fun with our date mornings and get twice as much done. So that was just the big thing that we like to do is just, you know, have more of those, because it's really special whenever we get to spend time together.
Right.
And that alone time between you and I feel like really sets us up for the next several weeks that are coming up or the next couple of months, because we can plan it all out.
Right.
So just really helps.
And we just have that time to connect, because I don't know about you, but sometimes I feel like we go days or weeks sometimes without really getting the chance to have that conversation about like school that's coming up, or hey, Christmas is coming up, like what are we doing with gifts, or you know, vacations, like what are we doing for, you know, the summer, where are we going, or the fall, like things are coming up, like are we gonna, you know, go to this festival or that, like just planning and just having the time to sit there, plan out a few months and just really get that chance to have a real conversation rather than a, hey, I need to talk to you about this later if you get a chance, that kind of thing. So.
30-second, kind of interrupted, kind of not,
Yeah.
broken conversation. Kiddos always need something, and that's okay. But to have that one-on-one, it's just very valuable, very helpful.
Right. And it refreshes us. It gives us the chance to come back to the kids. We took care of business. Now we're ready to play. And also I'll say that morning dates usually last longer than evening dates, at least for us, because if we get the babysitter over here at 8 or 9, I mean, we could even go up till nap time, or even just like stay out until after nap time. So we can go to breakfast, we can go to the park, we can go even run errands. Errands is a really good thing to do whenever we're out. Like, I know it's not really date, but it's things that we need to do. If we have a quick return that we need to take to Target, we're able to stop by and do that and just cross that thing off the list, but then go on to do something else that we really like to do. So.
Yeah, some of those things that you just get to cross off your list.
Feels so good.
Yeah, it's that kind of like a relief. Like, I don't care that we spent time on planning sometimes as much as we can cross things off.
Yeah.
That's just a simple, small task.
Yeah.
Makes us feel better.
For sure.
Yeah. Well, that's it for today's quick tip. So each week we like to leave you with a quote. And this week's quote is, "You are the average of the top 5 people you spend the most time with." And that's by Jim Rohn. So if you like this video, give it a thumbs up. If you want to see more from the Family of 5 quick tips, click subscribe and see those latest videos that come out. And remember, be happy, have fun, and enjoy the season of life.
Okay, what's it?
Where do we go from here?
So as you ready? I'm gonna go for it.
Or what do we do?
I'm just gonna wrap it up.
We have it's just a little basic. Is that what you say? It's just cheaper, bro. Okay.
Mornings, just, you know, like, So usually what we would do for, are you okay on your face? Okay.
I was just and remember, be happy, have fun, and enjoy the season of life you're in. Thanks, guys. And remember, bye!